If you look back at the history of technology, the really big revolutions, they almost always start with something kind of boring, a standard. Think about it. USB, right? It brought all our gadgets together. HTTP created a common language that basically built the entire web. Well, today, we're going to get into what a lot of people are calling the next great standard, a protocol that could do for AI what HTTP did for the internet. It's called the Model Context Protocol, and it's poised to completely change the game.
Okay, so what is this thing? It's the Model Context Protocol, or MCP for short. And honestly, the best way to think about it is right here. It is the USB-C moment for AI. Imagine one single universal plug that's designed to connect any AI model to any tool or data source. This is what's going to finally end the absolute chaos of building custom one-off connectors for everything.
And to really get why this is so important, you have to understand the mess we've been in. We're in what you could call the fragmented era. It's like having to build a completely unique adapter for every single device you own. That's AI integration today, a tangled web of custom, brittle code for OpenAI, another for Anthropic, another for Google. It's a nightmare. MCP just slices right through all that complexity with a single open standard that works for everyone.
And here's the real takeaway. MCP is the bridge that finally takes AI from just being a chatbot to being an agent that can actually do things for you. It's the critical difference between talking about a task and, actually getting it done.
So how does this all work under the hood? Well, it's all built on this really clean, really powerful three-tier architecture. Let's break it down piece by piece. All right, so first up, you've got the host. Just think of the host as the AI's home base. It's the command center. This could be an app like Claude Desktop, or maybe your code editor like Cursor. It could even be your own company's internal software. It's basically the environment where the AI lives and operates.
Next in the chain is the server, and the server's job is to be the security guard for all your data and tools. It's this vigilant gatekeeper that stands between the AI and your sensitive stuff, whether that's files on your computer, a big database, or an external API like GitHub. Nothing gets through without the server's okay.
And here, this is where the magic happens. The final piece is the client layer. This thing acts like a universal translator. It's the secret sauce that lets the host and the server speak the exact same language. The AI doesn't need to know the specific commands for your weird custom database. Nope. It just sends a standard request, the MCP server understands it, does the thing, and sends the result back. It's a universal language for AI to take action. Now, this whole setup enables something that is a massive, massive leap over how we used to do things. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how the AI communicates. And it's all thanks to one key concept: persistent connections. Just look at this comparison. The old way, traditional tool calling, is what we call stateless and chatty. It's like having a conversation with someone who has amnesia. Every single time the AI needs something, it has to make a brand new call, reintroduce itself, and it has no memory of the last conversation. But with MCP, we get a persistent connection. It's a dedicated, always-on channel. This means the AI maintains its state. It remembers what it just did, and the result? Latency plummets from seconds all the way down to milliseconds. It's a huge difference. And this quote just nails the shift in thinking. It is a profound change. The AI isn't just making a quick, forgetful phone call to some tool anymore. Instead, it can now truly work within an environment, building on its previous actions and remembering what's going on.
Okay, so this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But I know what you're probably thinking. How hard is this to actually build with? Well, the good news is, thanks to a really slick Python SDK, it is surprisingly easy to get started.
And for any developers watching, this is where it gets really, really cool. I mean, look at this. This is how simple it is to start. Just these 2 lines of Python code and boom, you have a working MCP server ready to go. It's just a beautiful example of the elegance and power of this whole protocol. So once your server is up, all you have to do is define what you want your AI to actually be able to do. You grant it capabilities using these simple little decorators. And there are 2 main types you really need to know: tools and resources. So let's break that down. It's pretty simple. Think of tools as your verbs. They are actions the AI can perform, like write a file or send an email. Resources, on the other hand, those are your nouns. They represent the knowledge, the stuff the AI can read, like the contents of a log file or data in a spreadsheet. It really is just the difference between action and knowledge. All right, let's zoom back out from the code for a second and look at the big picture here, because the real power of MCIP isn't just the tech. It's about what happens when an entire industry gets behind a single standard. It's something we're calling the ecosystem flip.
I mean, this is one of those moments that's just so rare in the tech world. You've got fierce competitors, Google, OpenAI, Anthropic, all rallying behind one protocol. This level of industry-wide agreement is a total game changer. It means a developer can build a tool server once, and it'll just work seamlessly across every major AI platform. That's going to unlock a crazy new wave innovation.
And all this cooperation is giving rise to this new idea called the global tool mesh. We're moving away from the old model of centralized walled garden app stores. This is a decentralized world where anyone can build a server, define a cool new capability, and just plug it into this global mesh for any AI in the world to find and use. Which brings us to this really powerful shift in perspective. With MCP, the AI stops being a temporary guest that you invite into your computer for just one task. It becomes a resident with persistent, secure access to the tools and the data it needs to actually help you out. And that pretty much wraps it up. The foundation for the next generation of AI agents is being built as we speak, and this protocol is at the very heart of it. The USB-C for AI isn't a future idea, it's here now. So the only real question left is, are you ready to plug in?